QMS explained in 10, no, wait a minute, about 17 minutes. Stay tuned. Welcome to QMS in 10 minutes. Today we'll explore how quality drives everything we do and how you play a role. A QMS or quality management system isn't just a binder of policies. It's our foundation for consistency, compliance, and continuous improvement. A quality management system is much more than just a set of documents. It's the backbone of our organization. It ensures that every product and service we deliver meets customer requirements and complies with industry standards. In short, it's our blueprint for operational excellence. Our QMS gives us the power to work smarter. It ensures consistency across teams, builds customers' trust, keeps us in line with regulatory demands, and drives continuous improvements. By reducing risks before they become issues and streamlining operations, we save both time and money. Our QMS is built on solid international standards, API Q1 and ISO 9001:2015. These standards integrate best practices like risk-based thinking and rigorous supplier management, while ensuring every phase of our product realization is monitored and continuously improved. With our QMS, continuous improvement isn't just a goal, it's built into our system. It provides the data, structure, and accountability we need to make informed improvements every day. And it goes beyond processes. It aligns our teams and our culture. From top leadership to frontline workers, everyone follows the same playbook. This shared commitment reinforces clarity and accountability across the company, empowering us all to drive innovation and excellence. Everyone at your organization has a role in quality. Whether you're in top management or on the front line, you're responsible for following procedures and contributing to our continuous improvement. Clear roles and responsibilities ensure that our QMS remains effective and that no task is overlooked. Our API Q1 standard is built on core elements that are essential for maintaining quality at every stage. First, we rely on risk-based thinking. This approach is embedded throughout our standard, with rigorous risk severity assessments and detailed contingency planning to encourage proactive identification and mitigation of risks in product delivery, the supply chain, and our overall operations. Next is the product realization lifecycle. This element covers every step from design and development to production and servicing. It places strong emphasis on validation, verification, and clear customer communication during design changes, ensuring our products meet the highest standards. Finally, supplier management is a key pillar. We enforce stricter controls to evaluate, select, and continuously monitor our suppliers, especially for critical purchases. This includes mandatory remote assessments and ongoing verification of supplier capabilities for those vendors most essential to our operations. Together, these core elements ensure that our processes are robust, reliable, and continuously improving. Management of change is a critical control in our QMS. Before any change is approved, we conduct a formal risk assessment to understand its potential impact. This process ensures that every change is carefully evaluated from a risk perspective. Importantly, when a change is likely to affect quality, we communicate these changes both internally and to our customers, ensuring transparency and maintaining trust. Corrective and preventive action, or CAPA, focuses on understanding the heart of the issue. We place a strong emphasis on performing detailed root cause analyses so that we not only correct the immediate problem, but also implement measures to prevent it from recurring. This process includes rigorous effectiveness checks to verify that the actions taken truly resolve the issue. Additionally, if a non-conforming product is identified, mandatory notification procedures ensure that customers are informed, reinforcing our commitment to quality and accountability. Calibration and maintenance are vital to ensuring that our equipment, whether internally managed or third-party customer-owned, operates within agreed specifications. For every piece of equipment, we meticulously document both the as-found condition before any service and the as-left condition after maintenance or calibration tasks are completed. This detailed documentation not only helps in maintaining accurate records, but also supports compliance and ongoing quality assurance. Let's talk about documentation and record retention. Remember, if it is not documented, it didn't happen. This principle is at the heart of our QMS. All key records must be kept for a minimum of 10 years under the 10th edition guidelines, ensuring that every action, audit, and corrective measure is traceable. Next is leadership commitment. Our top management actively supports and drives the QMS. They set our quality objectives and ensure that we have the resources needed to maintain and improve our processes, showing that quality is not just a department, it's a company-wide priority. And finally, let's take a look at the alignment with ISO 9001-2015. Our API Q1 standard now mirrors many of the principles found in ISO 9001. This alignment helps us integrate our processes seamlessly, especially for organizations that are dual certified. It means we not only are compliant, but also continuously striving to align with the best practices globally. At the heart of our QMS lies the PDCA cycle, Plan, Do, Check, Act. This simple but powerful framework guides us in setting objectives, executing processes, verifying results, and taking action to improve our performance continuously. It's how we turn feedback and audits into real, measurable change. Now we're in the plan phase, covering clauses 5.2 to 5.6. This is where our strategy begins. We set a clear quality objectives and define key performance indicators to measure our success. We conduct formal risk assessments, as outlined in clause 5.3, to identify potential challenges before they affect our operations. Additionally, we plan the allocation of resources, assign roles, and establish process controls, procedures, and the necessary documentation. In short, we plan, we prepare to execute, laying the foundation for everything that follows in our QMS. For the do phase, as defined in clauses 5.7 to 5.8, we put our plans into action. This is where we execute our operations and implement the manufacturing processes we carefully designed earlier. We rigorously follow each product realization step and work instruction to ensure our output meets our stringent quality standards. In this phase, training and qualifying our personnel is paramount, ensuring that every team member is skilled and ready to deliver. We also maintain strict control over outsourced providers and critical suppliers, reinforcing our processes and supporting our overall plan. Ultimately, every action in the do phase is about transforming our plans into consistent, high-quality results. Now we move to the check phase, covered under clauses 5.9 to 511.2. In this stage, we perform thorough inspections and functional testing to ensure that every process meets our quality benchmarks. We analyze nonconformance data along with production data to spot any deviations or trends that need attention. Additionally, internal audits and management reviews are conducted regularly to verify that our systems are functioning as intended. Essentially, we are confirming that everything we put in place is providing the desired results. In the act phase, which corresponds to clauses 5.10.3 and 5.11.3, we take decisive action based on our evaluations. This is where we identify any nonconformities and apply our CAPA process, corrective and preventive actions, to address and eliminate the root causes of issues. We then implement both corrective and preventive measures, ensuring that improvements are not only effective, but also become a permanent part of our operations. As part of this phase, we review and update our risk registers as needed, refining our procedures to reflect the lessons learned. Ultimately, the ACT phase is about driving continual improvement. We adjust our processes, verify that the changes worked, and then use those insights to reinitiate the planning process. In essence, we do in the act phase corrects, improves, and adapts so that our QMS continually evolves and strengthens. Let's take a closer look at this table, which provides a visual recap of our PDCA cycle. In the plan phase, covered by clauses 5.2 to 5.6, we define risks, set our goals, and develop detailed plans. This is where the strategy is born. Everything begins with careful planning. In the do phase, outlined in clauses 5.7 to 5.8, we execute our plans. During this phase, we carry out our processes, conduct targeted training, and establish controls that ensure quality. The check phase, corresponding to clauses 5.9 to 5.11.2, is all about verifying results. Here we monitor operations, conduct audits, and review performance data to ensure that our efforts are delivering the expected outcomes. Finally, in the act phase, governed by clauses 5.10.3 and 5.11.3, we step into correct, improve, and adapt. This stage involves implementing corrective and preventive actions based on what we've learned, thereby driving continuous improvement. This table encapsulates how our QMS continuously evolves by planning, doing, and checking and acting to enhance our processes every step of the way. Here is a graphic representation of the PDCA process. As you can see, it is a continuous cycle of improvements. Roles and responsibilities in the quality management system. Every team member, from the plant floor to leadership, has a responsibility to support our QMS. Clear roles and responsibilities are the backbone of our quality management system. They prevent confusion and duplication of effort by ensuring everyone knows what's expected of them. This clarity is essential for meeting rigorous standards like ISO 9001 and API Q1, where each role contributes to our compliance. When every individual's actions are aligned with our organizational quality goals, we build a coordinated approach that supports smooth audits, effective risk management, and continual improvement. Ultimately, whether you are part of senior leadership or the front line, your contribution helps create a unified culture that drives our success. Review the table and see a bird's eye view of how each level of the organization is responsible to participate in our QMS. Controlled documents are vital because they ensure consistency and reliability across all teams and shifts. They provide traceability for audits and investigations into nonconformities, serving as the official source of truth with no room for ambiguity or guesswork. These documents also support our compliance with standards like API Q1 Clause 5.6. Let's break down the common types of QMS documentation that keep everything running smoothly. We have standard operating procedures, SOPs, which are step-by-step instructions that guarantee consistent execution. Work instructions offer detailed, task-level guidance specifically for operators and inspectors. Forms and checklists are used to record essential information, from inspections and training to maintenance and nonconformance reports. Lastly, the quality manual and QMS flowcharts provide a high-level overview and illustrate the structure of our entire system. Together, these controlled documents form the backbone of our quality management practices. Documentation is the official record of our work. Standard operating procedures, work instructions, forms, and manuals are our source of truth. They ensure consistency, provide traceability for audits, and support compliance. Always check for the latest revision and follow the established procedures. If it's not documented, it did not happen. When things don't go as planned, our corrective and preventive action process comes into play. If you spot a nonconformance, stop the process, report it immediately, and document what happened. Then we work to correct the issue and implement measures to ensure it doesn't reoccur. Remember, reporting problems isn't a weakness. It's essential to our improvement. Look at the purpose of corrective and preventive actions. One is to correct an issue, such as a failed part, and the other is to prevent the issue from happening again. Which one do you think is more important? Reporting problems is a critical strength in our quality system. Instead of viewing issues as personal failures, we see them as opportunities to learn and grow. When we openly report challenges, we not only protect our customers, but also safeguard our entire company by catching problems early, before they can lead to waste, rework, or non-compliance. Remember, every report made is a step towards improvement, because quality truly improves when issues are brought to light rather than hidden. Regular internal and external audits help us verify that our processes are in place and effective. These audits aren't about blame. They're about learning and improvement. It's crucial to question old habits. If you hear, "That's how we've always done it," see it as a moment to innovate and ask, "Could we do this better, faster, or safer?" Let's review a simple do's and don'ts table for when we are engaged with an auditor. Take a moment, review the table, some of the information in a real-world lesson below. It's really not about you, it's about the process. Change isn't a threat, it's how we grow. Even small suggestions can lead to big gains in safety, quality, or efficiency. Continuous improvement isn't just a buzzword. It's a vital mindset embedded within our quality management system. It reduces process variation, leading to more consistent, reliable outcomes every day. By continuously addressing audit findings and incorporating customer feedback, we identify issues and opportunities for enhancement. In doing so, we drive innovation and build a lasting value for our organization. This is how we stay agile, proactive, and ahead in a competitive market. When we stop questioning, we stop improving. Let's stay curious and challenge the status quo. Here are some other ways of looking at it. Let's review why we do it this way. Does it still make sense? What would happen if we tried a different approach? Is this process helping us grow or just helping us survive? Here's a practical example of a typical response to an auditor. During an audit, a technician was asked why a certain form was filled out manually. He replied, "That's how we've always done it." The auditor flagged it, not because the form was wrong, but because no one ever evaluated whether it could be automated or improved. That moment became teachable, and we had a discussion about it back in the conference room with the auditor. Improvement begins with curiosity. Questioning isn't criticism, it's contribution. Thank you for taking the time to learn about our QMS. Every team member plays a critical role in making it thrive, from following procedures to suggesting improvements. As Henry Ford famously said, quality means doing it right when no one is looking. Remember, quality starts with you. Let's continue to work together and make your processes even stronger.